If it feels like you might blow away, there might be a chance you will. High wind gusts roaring through our region, picking up dirt, debris, and pretty much anything not strapped down. For example, take a look at this, a carport in central Billings that just would not stay put. Now those winds reaching speeds of up to nearly 70 miles per hour. And that wind isn't going to take a break for a bit. Q2 Chief Meteorologist Ed McIntosh is tracking speeds in the Weather Center so he can show us what's in store. Ed.
That's right, and a lot more wind, Janelle. In fact, let's take a look here. This was a shot from the Billings airport. Our chief photographer, Paul Humphrey, just happened to grab his camera and catch the plane trying to, well, it does make it down, but we're hoping that the tray tables are in their full upright and locked positions because the plane had a rough time touching down. But our report from the airport was that all the flights did make it down safely. Now, wind speeds today, we'll start this off in the morning hours. They were into the 60, 70 mile per hour range by the time we start getting into the afternoon. A lot of wind around Livingston. By the time we got to even lunchtime, winds gusted up to over 65 miles an hour in the Billings area, and we saw strong gusts start to move across the eastern plains. A couple hours later, those strong gusts started to move in around Miles City. In fact, here's where a lot of those top winds started to settle in across the region. We had wind gusts that were in the order of 80 plus miles an hour in many areas of eastern Montana, 60, 70 mile per hour winds. Check it out around the Fort Peck region, wind gusts up to 88 miles per hour. Take a closer look at all of this coming up in a few minutes. But first, Chris DeRose has been monitoring a lot of those wind gusts from his house, and he's here to let you know what his experience was with the winds today.
Hey, good evening, Ed. Good evening, everybody. I'm coming to you from my apartment complex on Billings West Side, where I've been monitoring these winds basically since early this afternoon when they started to roll into town. It is causing a lot of dust to kick up, and that is limiting visibility. Typically from my apartment, I get a clear shot at the Beartooth Mountains on a nice day, but right now, I'd say we have less than a half mile of visibility. And that dust that's kicking up, well, you can believe it, it's going to get on your cars, and it's actually getting in my eyes. So if you do not have to go out in the next 24 hours or so, please do not. Also, the wind is knocking down power in certain spots. Now, I have power at my apartment complex, but my internet just went out, so I'm giving you this hit from my cell phone. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you tonight at 9 and at 10.
All right, thanks so much, Chris.